Time's up. Have your own.
Here it comes.
All kids out of the pool for Adult Swim. All kids out.
Lego Lord of the Rings Balrog raised eyebrows for what some fans say is an unfortunate pose. I see it. I see it. Oh, I see it. It's taking a piss on Gandalf.
You shall not!
Pee!
Before you go, one question.
Yes?
Where in the galaxy is Sanusi?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
There we go. All better now. Man, titties are the greatest things on earth.
Hail and howdy, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Dive. The Double D's, where you, the chat, the audience, are in charge. You make this ship go round and round and round and round until I maybe fall off, and then you all laugh at me. Oh, we have a good time here. I'm hoping everybody's having a good Tuesday so far. I'm going to be all right today. Nothing wrong going on. It's tomorrow that I'm annoyed about, because tomorrow I got to wake up early because I've got preventative maintenance coming in here. And normally it's like a 5-minute thing, but tomorrow's the extended one where I have to make a path because they have to go check the stupid deck that I have that I never use that's covered in nasty filth and bird shit because I don't go out there. I never use it. Why did they build a deck on this place? I could add an extra like 5 feet of a room in this room if they hadn't built a stupid ass deck when they originally built this stupid place. It's annoying. It's annoying. So they got to come here tomorrow. They have to check that. They do a bunch of other things. But then tomorrow, apparently, they're installing a carbon monoxide detector, which of course isn't a bad thing, but it's for like the fireplace that we never use. I literally have a piece of plastic over it to keep air from leaking out. So it's just tedious, and you never know where they come. They come between 8 and 5. So they should come around between 10 and 11:30. But still, I have to wake up and I have to wait around for them to come. And it's a pain in the ass. I hate it. I hate this place. Subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, send me money so I can move, so I can have a functioning channel, so I can move out of this stupid freaking place that gives me nothing for all the money I pay for rent. Hi, everybody. It's Tuesday. We're ready to go. All right. So what do we got today? Basically, I don't have a personal segment yet at all. But it's Fantastic Four week. It's Fantastic Four week. And I'm basically, at this point, I'm kind of just waiting to see the movie at this point. That's what I am. I'm waiting to see the movie so I can get my review done and put a cap on this July box office story that we prepped for and have been covering for the past few weeks. So that's where I am mentally right now. I'm just waiting for it to happen, waiting for it to be done so I can get it done, waiting for it to come out so I can get it done. But either way, so we'll go through the normal routines today. We'll go through normal routines. We will go through the articles and see what happens. Maybe something will jump out that I want to talk about. Maybe. But the rules are as follows, as always. For those who are the regulars and those who are new, we have had a bunch of extra subscribers come on in the past few days, and welcome to everybody. I hope to continue to earn your trust and support using my facts and logic as I see them. Anyway, so the rules are for this particular stream, because this is an audience-driven stream. You guys direct the content. It's what you want to talk about, what you want to listen to, what you want to watch, and what you want to watch me watch in some cases. So it's $5 for an Adam rant. on any essentially pop culture, maybe social topic. We've seen that kind of stuff, random shit too. $10 to ask me a question, and we'll discuss it together. Go down a pop culture rabbit hole, perhaps, or something silly and dumb. 10 minutes to rent me for $10 to rent me for 30 minutes to play a video game, either to review it or make me play it with others. There are games like that I don't want to play, but I have to have the game or it doesn't work. $15 to give a instant hot take on an article that I will show to you or one you may be sitting on. That it works that way too. $20 to make me watch a video, and $30 to get me to do an on-stream live review of any episode of television or movie you desire. But you got to give me a couple days because it takes time to get it ready, set it up, and find the time inside my regularly scheduled content creation. Other than that, we see and of course, super chats of just enjoyment are also welcome. You could just send something. I love you so much. I appreciate that as well. It warms my little nerd heart when you do that. Anyway, Doom algorithm. Dr. Doom's not in this movie. He's not in this movie. It's Galactus. Dr. Doom is in the next movie. So there is no Dr. Doom in this movie. Anyway, hail howdy everybody. As you guys are coming on in, let's see. Do I have anything I really want to talk? Do I have a warm-up? I don't know. I mean, I have something to connect to possibly the articles that are come up, but I don't have a warm-up today. I don't have a warm-up for you guys. I don't. I was doing a last minute doom scroll before we got started to see if anything would jump out at me. But no, I mean, there's like tiny tidbits of things that are sort of news talk. Like they Paramount and South Park, Parker and Stone, they've closed a new deal. So South Park will continue. That's going to happen. $1.5 billion for a 5-year deal and 10 episodes a year. Now I find it funny that South Park back in the day when it was a fully running show would generate more episodes than that in a year, but I guess they can scale it back. I don't know. Everything falls victim to this take it slow streaming mentality of making content. Now everything's fallen victim to it. It's a shame. The rumor is already, well, they shot the post-credit scene on the set of Doomsday, and the rumor is that you see him, but it's only like a from behind shot. You don't actually see anything. So I don't know why you're getting your hopes up that it's going to be anything. All this is dog shit. It's all dog shit. This movie's going to be crap. I mean, I know a couple of maybe sort of trusted sources have seen it and like, oh, it's all right. No, I honestly, I don't trust some of these trusted sources. I don't. I trust my eyes. I trust what I see. That's what I trust. So I need to see for myself, and it doesn't matter because it's all gonna be crap. It's all gonna be boring crap. So we know. All right. So back to that. So South Park has a new deal. Parker and Stone are even richer than they were before. Good for them. They've earned it. South Park is a iconic status. It owns its iconic status throughout everything. I'm doing a doom scroll here, see if I can get anything that's remotely interesting. I can't show because you never know what's going to show up on the X Twitter. You never know. I don't know. A pair of naked boobies could pop up out of nowhere. So I can't risk that. I cannot risk that. So you just have to let me give me a second here. I'm just looking for a warm up here. People are still coming in. I want to wait till we get to the articles. To people of all the people are coming in here now. I don't cover the whole VTuber stuff going on. I'll leave that to Dermy. That's not my realm. He has a lot to talk about with that. Let's see. Anything. Apparently there is the third Avatar movie trailer that's come out. Once again, don't understand Avatar success outside of normies just love it. I'm not going to bet against it this time. We learned our lesson with the previous one, but it still doesn't deserve where it is. Oh, God, they're pushing the next Percy Jackson season. Ugh. Fuck that show. Fuck that show. Again, I wish I could see you guys see what I'm scrolling here, but I can't afford. I can't take a chance. You never know when the boobies will pop up. Oh my God. Somebody, oh my God. Calling James Gunn Superman the best live action Superman. Some children really should be just thrown out a window. Should be thrown out a window for dumb takes like that. Completely dumb takes. All right, so there's like nothing really warm up worthy talking about. Just random shit that I'm seeing. Nothing to have me go down a rabbit hole of discussion. Either way, what is this? Oh my God, that horrible current day Ninja Turtle stuff. No. All right. I'm peeling off. This is gonna get me nowhere. You guys can't even see what I'm looking at, so I'm backing off, peeling off. All right, so why don't we dive right into articles? It is Tuesday. Tuesdays are always a little bit rough because I'll be honest, we're up against the real BBC as a major stream. So Tuesdays are always a little rough. Tuesdays are rough. So we just kind of want to get in and get out and get in and out and be unscathed with our stream. That's kind of the hope of every Tuesday. Let's get in there, do the best we can, and get out unscathed, and hopefully produce fun and entertaining content. That's the thing. On Tuesdays, you can't get around it. If you want to stream on a Tuesday afternoon, the real BBC is up, it's on, and it is the larger show of our sphere that people watch today. But hey, I'm going to keep going. Don't do bad. All right, so let's get into articles. Let me do a refresh here real quick. I don't want to do that. Drink of water. Specialty soda day. I'm the strong. Nah. I got a lot of sleep though. I'm not tired. Got a lot of sleep. All right, Adam Sandler and casting unbelievably funny Bad Bunny and Travis Kelce in Happy Gilmore 2 and chances of Billy Madison sequel. Let's write it together tonight. I like Adam Sandler. I always have. I don't love all his movies though. I don't love all his movies, and I don't put some of them on the pedestal other people do. I really think these are mistakes. But Netflix gave him lots and lots of money, so he's going to make movies. Netflix sets Jussie Smollett documentary with new evidence alleged hate crime hoax might just be a true story. Of course it's true. We know it was true. What the? Are you fucking kidding me? We know this is true. It was a hoax. It never happened. The dudes who he paid to do that reenactment admitted it was a hoax. But this is Chicago. Of course not. They're not going to let the light-skinned gay black man go to jail. Of course not. Of course not. It's Chicago. Jeez, man. New evidence. Alleged hate crime hoax might just be a true story. It's not true. It's a hoax. It always was a hoax. But he gets a pass because he's a light-skinned black gay man. Oh, my God. MGM crime drama Westless cast Stanley Morgan and Sarah Bolger. Sure. Kat Kradich stepping down as president of NDA. Don't care about that. Scooter Braun says everyone in the end won in Taylor Swift Masters drama and tells still angry Swifties they made the horrible miscalculation that I care. Anything involving Taylor Swift kills and murders society's soul. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. That's that simple. The Dutchman filmmaker Andre Gaines explains why Seven Samurai is a masterclass in craftsmanship. True. Very true. And that's a true statement. Fantastic Four First Steps Review. Marvel gets its mojo back with a satisfying retro-style reboot. They're running around right now. Let's see. I think I do have something here for that. I think I do. They're running around with that right now. Here's the thing. They think that they're actually going to convince people that it's good by saying, oh, it's opening with an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes is a worthless website. If you use it in any way, shape, or form, you are a disingenuous fuck. Rotten Tomatoes is not an accurate measure of anything. All it does is allow the approved message to get through, because everything is curated there now. Based on account, based on this, based on that, go through these hoops, check the boxes to get your reviews up. Rotten Tomatoes is terrible. And using it as evidence, no, sorry, no, you don't get to play. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You are a loser if you use Rotten Tomatoes in any way, shape, or form as your evidence of something doing well. Star. And so Fantastic Four, we will, of course, be talking about it for the next several days. And eventually, hopefully, by the end of the week, I will get my review out. At the earliest, I'm hoping Friday morning at the earliest. If not, then we will get, once we're done with the show on Friday, I will hammer out the remaining one, hopefully get it out before FNT starts. Shia LaBeouf, FKA Twigs reach settlement in sexual battery lawsuit. Okay. Justin Bieber, Swag versus Travis Scott's Jack Boys 2 inside the closest chart battle. Who cares? Devil Wears Prada 2 set photos. Yeah, Anne Hathaway, she's still hot. That's all. That's the only news that matters. Anne Hathaway is still hot. Luxbox acquires Milagros Mumenthalars, Toronto, whatever. David Letterman's team stands by Colbert post 20 minutes of Letterman mocking CBS after Late Show canceled. You can't spell CBS without BS. Yeah, I don't give a crap what David Letterman thinks. He's an angry old commie Marxist. Don't give a shit what he thinks about anything. I don't give a shit what any of these people think about anything. When you're Stephen Colbert and your show costs $40 million a year and you don't make any profit on that, you should get canceled. Aside from the fact that you're an ideological mouthpiece for the far left in this country. Lilo and Stitch gets digital release. Here's how to watch it. Live action remake online. So literally Lilo and Stitch was out for about 5 weeks and they pulled it. It made its billion. It did. It limped over to the billion. Here comes the digital release. And that billion will now be wiped away by baby steps. Already read that one. How did that get down here? Don't care. Swerve TV debuts fast channel devoted to women's sports. So a channel nobody's going to watch. No, nobody watches women's sports. Nobody does. Nobody watches it. I don't know. Venice-bound elevated horror film Holy Boy acquired by Fandango sales as internet show reviews. Sure. Any of this interesting? Don't care about Shakira. This is stuff I don't care about. More crap don't care about. Superman stays top at UK. That's like, in terms of the international, you're the smartest kid at the front of the short bus. That's what it is right now. Superman's international. It's not making money. We proved that. Broke it down. Let's see. That's not important. That's not important. We talked about the South Park report. I don't care about that. And yes, everybody, and it is a tragedy. Malcolm Jamal Warner tragically passed away. And it was a drowning accident with his family in Costa Rica. It's a shame. He was only 54. And that's terrible because Malcolm Jamal Warner was of the breed of an entertainer that just went out and entertained and never said anything. Never a bad word said about Malcolm Jamal Warner. I never heard a bad thing about it. So it's a shame. It's a shame that it is a true tragedy that he died the way he did. And these are just going to keep complaining about Colbert, blah, 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 blah. So we'll move on from that. And of course, real quick, Algrim the Strong, good sir, Algrim the Strong for $10. Pick a rant or two, host best choices. Okay. All right. All right. So, none of these are rant worthy. Well, we'll go one more page, maybe something older. None of these are rant worthy. Is there anything here rant worthy? We'll have to grab one from the other things. All right. This is rant worthy right here. Jason Momoa says his son got cast in Dune 3 on his own. I didn't want to help him. He's 16, holding shit down with Denis Villeneuve. I don't believe that for a fucking second. You're Jason fucking Momoa. You are an action star. You are a name that people like in Hollywood. You may be a bit of a hippie, but you're still a hippie people like. There is no way your son got a role in Dune 3 to play Leto the Second without some of your juice, dude. Shut the fuck up. That is total and complete bullshit. Total and complete bullshit. Because you understand, Leto the Second is a massively important character. And you have to have some serious acting chops to pull off what he has to go through. And it's already going to be a problem because fucking Dune 3 is another amalgamation of two different stories. They're going to have like 30 minutes of fucking Messiah and then maybe 2 hours of children. So they're mashing that shit together already. And that means this dude right here, Momoa's kid, has to hold down the story for like 2 hours. I don't know. Is this his first role? Has he done anything? What is this? Don't tell me he didn't get the role because of some of your juice, dude. Hell no. Fuck no. Bullshit. Complete bullshit. Total and complete bullshit. And I'm going to say it because I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Denis Villeneuve, his Dune movies suck. They butcher the story. He has set himself up to fail with the third movie by just leaving and changing so many things from the first movie, from the first story. Took one story and broke it into 2 movies like a little piece of shit that he was. So, yeah, he has got so many problems. I don't believe this shit's going to work for a fucking second. Not for a fucking second. Fuck Denis Villeneuve and his Dune movies. And don't feed me bullshit, Jason Momoa, that your kid got a job on a movie that is going to be in the spotlight next year without some of your juice, man. Bullshit. Yeah, that's one rant. There you go. All right. Reserve rant for another. I can drink after that one. All right, Fantastic Four first episode review. Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby lead new crew to break 6-decade curse. Shut up. I don't believe anything these people say. These are all the water carriers, the shills, who are saying this stuff right now. What's my overall rating for all the Doom films? You mean every Doom film that's ever existed? Including 85? If we're talking the movies, I don't like any of the movies because they all took too many liberties. I mean, even Lynch's Dune has so many problems in it. It's great when you watch it back then, but once you read the books, it falls apart. Because I saw the movie before I read the books. It's in fact, it got me to read the books. Denny V's movies are complete and total trash. They look pretty. They sound pretty. Hans Zimmer makes a great score, but they're trash. They're poorly cast, they're poorly acted, and they're poorly adapted. The best ones are the miniseries on Sci-Fi Channel, which I own. I own those. Those are great because they're not perfect, but they are as close to the books as we've gotten. And respected the characters and had great casts. The casts were phenomenal in both those miniseries. Everybody did a great job. So that's my take. The Dune miniseries that were on Sci-Fi Channel were both done with love and care. Yes, just the first one have a little bit of a production value problem with some of how it looks in terms of costuming design. Yeah, it looks a little quirky, but when they went to children, they tightened it up a little bit. It made it look better. So I don't like any of the movies. I prefer the miniseries, and they should have just kept telling it in miniseries format. Trying to stuff a story of Dune into movies doesn't work. David Lynch proved it. He had to do a 3-hour. The David Lynch cut, the 3-hour cut, only makes it a little bit better. And Denny V's movies are complete and total trash. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Jon Stewart cries more. We talked about that. They're all right. When it comes to this shit right here, all these late night guys crying and former late night guys crying. You throw in freaking Letterman in that. They're just so sad that they can't basically spew propaganda anymore. That they're a dying breed. That they went so political. They went so crazy with everything they did that they literally turned off everybody. No, I did. All right. No. Sting's barely in the Lynch cut. He's barely in it. He poses naked for half a second in that hard ball hugger swimsuit, that plastic ball hugger swimsuit, and then he appears at the very end to fight Kyle MacLachlan's Paul. That's it. He's barely in it. Nobody is. They didn't give Fade proper anything in either of those movies, and the way they portrayed the Harkonnens in Denny V's crap. It's weird. It's fucking weird. Yeah. So they're all crying. They're a dime breed. They know they fucked up, and they're just sad because they don't have. They're ignored mouthpiece. They shot their own shit in the foot. Let's see. Don't care. Fantastic Four. Don't care. Well, we will care. I don't care what these idiots have to say. Joseph Quinn went on Marvel team up with Tom Holland. He's the best ever Spider-Man. Listen. If you were a real Johnny Storm, which I know you're not already, I would care what you have to say, but you're not. You are a Mr. Sensitive Johnny Storm who's going to treat women with respect. Shut up. Let's see. TV, anything on TV? We already talked about the Jussie Smollett crap. And all right, so nothing here. All right, let's move on to IGN. See what they got to refresh here. We was Kangs. While Assassin's Creed Shadows hits 5 million players, Ubisoft records mixed results amid Rainbow Six Siege X or 10 struggles. Yeah, looks like they're still pulling that player's bullshit. They're still pulling that player's bullshit. In the face of every other successful game for the past 4 months, talking about sales, numbers, copies sold, Ubisoft is still pulling that player's bullshit. Give me a break, man. Marvel to introduce Samurai Venom from Afro Samurai creator Takashi Okazaki. Why? The magic of Disney animation is a new experience headed to Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios. Yeah, no, I don't care. That's not going to put butts in seats for anything. That's desperation right there, if you ask me. Battlefield 6 gets an official reveal this week. Does anybody play those games anymore? I ask seriously because I don't play Battlefield first-person FPS games like that. I don't do that. Does anybody play those games anymore? I'm just curious. I'd like to know. Because Battlefield is as far as I look at it from my seat where I sit as a certain type of gamer who doesn't play these games. People play Battlefield, people play COD. They go in, they play it hot for a minute, and then they leave and complain about how it sucked. Could somebody tell me if there's a different story that I just presented there with that? I'd like to know. Because that seems to be the story every time. Oh, we're all ready for the next Battlefield. We're all ready for the next COD. Oh, we're playing it like crazy for a few weeks here. And then suddenly, boom, it's gone. It's gone. Nobody plays it anymore. Or the player base, the active player base drops to insignificant numbers until the next one comes out. So I'd like to know. All right, we already talked about the South Park thing. Until Dawn developer announces layoffs, delays next game directive 80/20 until 2026. Isn't that the chick Letitia Lynch, was in everything for 5 minutes, and why she's not? Why she's ugly? She's ugly, but she gets an exact representation of her in a game. Pokemon Legends Z to A sees return of multiple X and Y fan favorite characters. That's a question of excitement for Derby or for Dre. I ask them that stuff. I have no understanding if these are goods or bad things. Marvel's new tag fighter Tokon Fighting Souls will be playable at this year's Evo fighting game tournament. Okay. Are fighting games still exciting to people? I mean, because I haven't heard of a good one lately. We know MK1 was a disaster. Street Fighter 6, it turned into nothing, I feel. The latest Fatal Fury game, I know it came out, but nobody talks about it. And there's the Invincible game nobody talks about. Has the era of fighting games ended? I wonder about that now. I wonder, has the era of fighting games ended? Because the people making these fighting games, and from what I see, doesn't feel like they can get it right anymore. It just doesn't. And I wonder about that. I wonder. All right. Pokemon Champions is aiming for a 2026 launch with a surprising set of training options in store. Yeah, that's a multiplayer. That's a competitive Pokemon thing. I'm sure Dre will be excited about that. Not really, Algram. We didn't react to it. And I talked about it a little bit on another stream. I personally don't really care. I mean, I don't really care. It's not something that I'm particularly interested in. I thought the first one was mid as fuck, and I'm not really interested in this one. So, puzzle game Pokemon Friends. Okay, it's a puzzle Pokemon game too. I saw that. Pokemon Presents July 2025. Everything announced. That's literally a topic that I don't cover. So, Pokemon Tales: The Misadventures of Sir Fetched and Pikachu animated series coming to 2027 from Wallace and Gromit Studio. Okay, I guess that'll probably get some attention. People respect Wallace and Gromit and that kind of stop claymation type of stuff. New Mega Pokemon species revealed at Pokemon's Legends Z to A. Yeah, that's going to have people excited completely about that. American Caper is a new crime fiction comic series from the mind of GTA's Dan Houser. Whatever. New Resident Evil 2 for arcades. Sure, I don't play Resident Evil games. It doesn't get me excited. Monster Hunter Wilds is heating up for summer with its new season event. Here's what's new. Yeah, I'm going to be playing that in the future. I'm getting around to that soon. Pinhead actor Doug Bradley reprises the iconic horror role for first time in nearly 20 years for Clive Barker's Hellraiser revival. Yes, there's a Hellraiser horror video game coming out. I bet I'm probably saving that as a discussion for next Monday. I'm going to ask Sam about that, see if he's down for that, because Sam loves Hellraiser. He loves it. And they're bringing back Doug Bradley. That's actually a pretty cool thing. The original Pinhead. That's a pretty cool thing to do. That's respect, and that shows them that they're saying, hey, old school fans, if you're gamers, we're bringing back Pinhead, the real Pinhead, not the tranny who they had played Pinhead a year ago. Yeah, I said it. Marvel's long-awaited Blade reboot has gone through 3 or 4 story iterations. Now there's finally agreement over its setting. Mahershala Ali is done. He says, don't talk to me about this. Blade ain't fucking happening. It ain't fucking happening. Stop pretending it's going to happen. It's not. It's done. It's over. They announced this thing before I even had a YouTube channel. Mahershala Ali, he's over 50 now. He's doing other things. Hell, they might bring him back for another Jurassic Park movie. He's not going to do this. No, we've landed on modern day. Whatever. No one cares anymore. No one cares about a Blade movie. It's just another MCU failure that never launched. Mario Kart World voice artist breaks silence after Toad and Peach's veteran actor was unexpectedly replaced after 18 years. All right. I am not a Nintendo player hardcore. I don't play Mario games or anything like that. But the voice actors for Mario games essentially make noises and say a couple words here and there. It's can we stop pretending it's a big deal? Can we? I'm just saying, can we stop pretending this is a big deal? Yes, the dude who played Mario for years was iconic with his sound, but it's woohoo! It's me, Mario. That's the extent of his voice work. I'm not gonna wax poetic about that. All right, come on, give me a break. Critical Role finally confirms a video game is on the way and will take place in Exandria. I have never given a shit about the Critical Role crap. To me, Critical Role is fake gaming, fake tabletop game. These are all fake fucking assholes. It's all production. No, nothing organic to it. Avengers Doomsday includes the Fantastic Four first steps Baxter building. Marvel boss Kevin Feige teases, sparking speculation over the fate of the F4 universe. They're so dumb. So dumb. Alien fans think Predator Badlands Definitive Apex Predator isn't what the new trailer wants us to think it is. I don't care. Both these franchises are dead to me. We already talked about it. They've revealed the new Avatar movie, and once again, I will never, ever, ever underestimate what this will do in the theaters. The Avatar franchise makes freaking money, but it is the most hollow, successful franchise you'll ever see. Most hollow, successful franchise you will ever see. Because once the movies come and go, nobody talks about it. Nobody remembers it. Even people who like it can't really remember things. Empty franchise. Period. James Gunn promises he won't retcon big Superman twist. Gee! It's almost as if I said that. He's not going to retcon the Jor-El shit. Put out a whole video on that yesterday. Clipped it out from Roundtable. Go watch it. Some people are unhappy with us talking about that, but it's the truth. He won't do it because one, his ego won't let him do it, and two, he's happy he did it. He likes that he did it. He's proud of himself that he did it. Pirates of the Caribbean star Johnny Depp is creating the character of Hyde for a new graphic novel, and Ridley Scott is involved. Sure. I don't care, but sure. Why Superman squirrel scene was almost cut. We already talked about that. Okay, Malcolm Joel Warner. We already said R.I.P. I talked about Futurama yesterday, and we talked about that. So we're into stuff from yesterday. Okay, let's check out Park Place for somewhat legitimate stories to talk about. Disney Hollywood Studios faces another overhaul. Yeah, we talked about that. That's the thing we just mentioned a little bit ago. John Malkovich confirmed. We talked about that on the weekend. They cut out his character. They cut him out. We talked about the Ubisoft microtransactions things. Videos already up about that. Avengers Doomsday brings Loki right on Michael Waldron to help finish the script of the movie that's been filming since April. All right, here's your second rant. We'll rant on this for a second. That's fucking pathetic. If you didn't think that Doomsday was already in trouble, this freaking confirms that Doomsday and every single Marvel movie is always in trouble because they never have a completed script. Never fucking done. How can you start a movie that you've got this much money sunk into and not have the script complete? You're bringing in Michael Waldron, who annihilated the character of Loki in the Loki TV series. He eviscerated, annihilated, blasted it into oblivion. You're bringing in this piece of shit who gave us crying Loki? You're doing that? That's the guy who's going to bring it home? Are you kidding me? This movie's going to be a $600 million disaster. I'm calling it fucking right now. Bullshit. This is why they don't know what they're fucking doing. Forget putting your trust in any of this stuff. They're not going to give you stories you want. They're going to give you slop. They're going to say, eat this slop. And the problem is, there are people out there who happily eat the slop. Go look at every single person, every shill on social media right now, specifically X-Twitter, who were first sucking the dick of Superman. 24 hours later, 48 hours later, they're sucking the dick of Fantastic Four. It's the greatest thing ever. 9 out of 10. Oh my God. Bullshit. And they're going to do the same thing for Doomsday, a movie that is being filmed without an ending right now. Think about it. Think about it when you give it even a microsecond of thought. They have filmed scenes that are supposed to fit together to tell a narrative when the narrative doesn't have a conclusion. This is not creativity. This is not writing. This is corpo crap. And probably agenda-filled corpo crap. Don't tell me MCU done an agenda, because Kevin Feige said, we read the article yesterday, he is perfectly happy still stooping in your DEI agenda nonsense into everything. Bullshit. Complete and total bullshit. All right, that was the second rant. There you go. There was the second rant. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Hang on. Go back there. Okay, we're not there. So there. Oh, what are you doing, Adam? What are you doing? There we go. Retard. There's your second rant, Algram. There's your second rant. And this is stuff from yesterday. So there we go. All right. Them's the articles. Kind of another weak article day, if you ask me. Weak article day. And nothing to talk about. So let's see. Anything on Stream Elements? No videos requested right now. We've had 2 rants. We're about 40 minutes in. We're talking simp behavior. We're talking simp cuck behavior. They did the Fantastic Four premiere yesterday, okay? The Fantastic Four premiere. And I'm first getting into seeing some of the shit on there. They were all happy to hold Vanessa Kirby's pregnant belly. Great, fine. All be fucking cucks and simps for that shit. But I see this. Pedro Pascal he is the least masculine man in the world. Here is one of our favorite shill accounts, Star Wars Holocron. Pedro Pascal evokes Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom at premiere of Fantastic Four. He is just a weak-looking specimen of a man. You put him up, that is peak Harrison Ford right there in a masculine white tux. Nailing it. Look, this is alpha energy right here. That is alpha energy. What is this? He can't even put a fucking shirt on. He's got a fucking gay-ass scarf. What is this? But they're going to celebrate this man as a version of masculinity? I put out a video a couple of weeks ago how he is their weapon against masculinity. They want us to think that Pedro Pascal is the poster boy of masculinity in the 21st century. No. He's the exact opposite of masculinity. There is zero masculinity here. There is no testosterone there. He's not even wearing a shirt. This is your premiere event. Why not wear a full tux if you're going to go for the Temple of Doom indie look? No, I'm going to wear a faux ascot because he's a gay man. And he's not even an anything. He's not even a gay man who could pass for straight. There are gay men who can pass for masculine straight. There are. He is not one of them. Look at it. He's just like, No, you could go, Now that's more of like a Four Horsemen, Ric Flair thing, Arn Anderson, right? That's more of a Four Horsemen. But look at even his hand is limp when he's doing that. I despise the existence of Pedro Pascal. I just do. I despise the existence of Pedro Pascal because it's telling people it's okay to be a toady. Because that's what Pedro Pascal, that's why he gets the jobs he does. He's a corporate toady. He does whatever Corpo tells him to do, which is why they don't punish him when he goes on his ideological rants. He could say whatever he wants because he checks boxes and he does what he's told. Fantastic Four baby steps will likely have I'm going to say likely a 2 to 250 opening weekend. It'll make about 110, 120 domestic. It'll probably pull down about 150 to 200 international for about that 250 to, I guess, maybe 250 to 300 opening. Maybe I'm being generous. Maybe I'm being generous that they'll be watching it around the world as much as that. But it will run out of steam very quickly. And it will flop with its 450 to 500 range, is what I claimed it'll make in the end. That's my prediction, 450 to 550. And in large part, it will be because nobody likes Pedro Pascal. Nobody really likes him. Pedro Internet Daddy Pascal, he's just that. Anybody that's called Internet Daddy doesn't have a real following. It's a manufactured AstroTurf following made up partially of bots and queerdos who exist only online. He should, if this was a real world with real consequences, Pedro Pascal would be relegated to D-list work because he's not a good actor. He has no range. He has no real talent. He cannot command any sort of presence on screen. And he's a piece of shit in real life. So there are many reasons this movie's going to fail, and he's one of them. He will not remotely sell any believability as Reed Richards. Yeah, I guess PR team is pretty top notch. They worked hard because they probably got deals with a lot of people, so a lot of those producers don't tell their wives what they do with Pedro. Probably a lot of deals made, backroom deals that Pedro was intimately a part of. But in all seriousness, yeah, I mean, he does have a good PR team. He does. Better than some. But it's still, it has its ceiling of believability. And I think we've reached it. I think with this whole, his tenure now, because he's Reed Richards for the next couple of years, I believe the ceiling of Pedro has been reached. Because think about it, next year, it's going to be a double whammy of Pedro and the Mandalorian, and then Pedro and Doomsday. If Doomsday holds its schedule, which I still don't think it will. God, man, I just remembered, what I have to do with the men. Oh my God, I just got reminded that when I have to do that because of all y'all, I have to do that positive Mandalorian Grogu review. Oh, that just returned to the front of my memory. That just returned that I'm going to have to praise Pedro Pascal in a review. I'm going to have to do that because of you people. You made me do this. You are responsible for crushing my soul by making me. You're going to make me say nice things about Pedro in a review. Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul. That is gonna be a fascinating period that week It's going to be a fascinating period between the live stream, the live streams, the various live streams that day, because there's going to be multiple. You can't, because we're going to have to stop before we go in the theater to go watch Mandalorian and Grogu. And there'll be some footage from inside the theater, but none while the movie's showing. And then afterwards, and then, of course, the recording of the fake review, the positive review, and then a couple days later, my actual review coming out. So, I mean, it's going to, God, that is going to be so fucking weird to have to put out the positive Mando Grogu review and watch people watch the shills in the stands praise me for it, and people who might know who I am go, "What are you doing?" if they're not aware of what's going on here, and then 3 days later come out with a real review. Like, here's what I really think about Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh man, oh goodness gracious. Oh man, that's gonna be a wild week. It is gonna be a wild week. All right, and let's get Pager off the screen. No more. No more. No more. All right. Anything in stream elements? No, nothing today. Nothing today. All right. Well, they are gonna paint me. Rachel's gonna paint me up as a right now. It's in your hands. You guys get to choose the face paint. I'm gonna get my face painted before we go into the park. I'll be sitting on the edge of the car while Rachel pretties me up with some face paint makeup, and well, you guys get to choose what it's gonna be. They wanted to paint me up as Ahsoka, but now you guys get to choose. You guys get to choose. We'll run that a couple like the week before. We'll make sure it's set in stone. No last minute shit. But you guys get to choose what I look like for that. That we hit every tier of that abomination for that week. Every tier was hit. All the tiers were hit. So yeah. Oh, yeah, you guys are going to charge of that one. That's going to be a wild week. It's going to be a wild week. Hopefully, you know, hopefully the channel has, in the next few months, the channel reaches the level of self-sufficiency where I can actually be living in Florida at that point. That would be great. It would be great if that's just a regular day trip and I don't have to do the whole go down there hotel thing for that week. That would be great. That would be fantastic. And that's it's going to happen because of all your support, with you guys watching the videos, hitting the like buttons, joining me for these live streams, leaving comments, sharing the channel, all that kind of stuff. Everything, all of your support gets us every day one step closer to the channel reaching self-sufficiency where it pays my bills. And it allows me then to say, okay, I can pick up and leave. I can afford to pick up and leave this stupid place I live in now and move to Florida, where better things could happen. So all of your support is greatly appreciated, everybody. And what you can do is hit that like button, guys. I know today is one of those Tuesday shows where it's been kind of light. I don't have much to work with, this and that, because it's one of those, we're in a holding pattern for Fantastic Four at this point. Superman still has a lot of oxygen in the room, but we're in a holding pattern leading up to Fantastic Four this week. So that's kind of got a stop on a lot of content of what you want to do. So we're kind of waiting for that. So it's a rough Tuesday. Tomorrow will be better because tomorrow is, of course, Wednesday, which means it will be Warhammer Wednesdays. We'll watch another lore video. We'll get ready to play some Warhammer tomorrow night. It'll be me, Alf, and Dermy will be joining us this week. It is happening. He probably will install the game on his main hard drive, not his backup hard drive or his secondary hard drive. And we'll be killing some nids and some chaos on the right difficulty levels, because this time Alf will not throw us into level 3. Apparently, according to him, he's pretty sure that he dropped us into level 3s and we were supposed to be running level 2s or 1s, which explained why we're getting our asses kicked repeatedly. So tomorrow is Warhammer Wednesdays. We'll be having a good time there. Tonight, I want a game tonight, but as I said, beginning of stream, I do have to get up early tomorrow. And let's have this discussion now with those of you who are here. And if you are watching on the replay, please let me know what you think in some way, shape, or form. I would like to finish Lunar for you guys, but I get the feeling the majority of you are really not into it. As great a game as it is, as fun as it is, I get the feeling you haven't really been into it. And in the end, I kind of feel like I'm playing it more for myself, and I'd be having more fun if I was playing it by myself, because then I'm not worried if you guys are being entertained. So I do want to finish Lunar Silver Star Story. I probably will not stream Lunar 2 because I don't think you guys are that into it. I really don't. You guys, some of you really do love this stuff, but it's not really jiving for a lot of people. So we need to reevaluate the streaming games. Co-op games, that's its own category. I'm talking about my solo play for you guys. We enjoyed Expedition 33, but I also came late to that party, so I didn't really hit any algorithms for that. But that was something new. But then again, I so rarely buy new games that I'm kind of wondering what we're gonna do gaming wise for a while here now. I'm kind of wondering what we're gonna do, what we're gonna have fun with, because I don't think JRPGs are really good streaming content at this point. I just don't. I don't think they work. So we're going to have to figure that out together, what you guys want, what you guys enjoy, and what you want to see going forward. Aside from the co-op is separate. That's a separate category. That's action-oriented, playing with the guys, that kind of stuff. So we're not worried about that. That's not changing. But so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll do our best. Other than that, once again, for those who might have missed it, this Saturday Night Drive-In, we'll be discussing The Thomas Crown Affair, starring Pierce Brosnan and Rene Russo, an excellent remake, better than the original, and will likely be better than The Abomination Michael B. Jordan will be producing in the near future. What else we got? Like I said before, stay tuned for my Fantastic Four review, hopefully out by Friday. That's the hope right now. Other than that, that's kind of it. It's kind of catch can for the week. Please stay tuned for videos releasing here and there. We did release another clipped video from Roundtable before the show. If you missed it on Roundtable, go ahead and watch it on the video. Leave your thoughts, your likes, your comments, this and that. I appreciate everybody showing up. Tuesdays are rough, I know. And when you guys aren't feeling like directing the show, I do the best I can. I want this show, as always, this show is about you, the audience, is what you want to watch, you want to listen to. So if you guys don't want to do anything, then we're gonna end it early. Hello, Hammy. We're done though. Sorry, you're coming in. We're done. We're over for the day. All right. So unless you guys got anything last minute video, last minute rant, last minute take on anything, we're gonna wrap it up for today. I'm gonna go about my business and kind of figure out what we're gonna do tonight. I'm gonna figure it out. I'll figure it out. Anyway. Thank you, everybody. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your day. Until next time, take it easy, guys.